let's go ahead and kill these guys for the loot. Come at me, bros. Oh, God! That's a bear! That's a bear! Run away! Holy shit! Welcome back, everybody, to The Infected Season 2. I am the Bearded OG, and in this episode, we are going to probably move. Because here's the thing, I was going to loot the town, but we should probably try and raise enough money to get the Lucky Raider perk first before we do any looting, so that way we get maximum loot. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go visit the trader, sell a few things, and then probably start moving on to our permanent base. So I think that's the plan. We need to do a couple of things first. We need to sleep, so let's do that right now because my poor guy is just exhausted. I'm completely out of protein, so we're gonna have to deal with that. Okay, so we're fully rested there. We're also very thirsty, so let's... Oh, I got a couple watermelons. Let's eat those. That takes care of some of our thirst, but then while it's still raining, we should take advantage of the water here. Well, actually, what's in here? Oh, I still have a bunch of clean water in here. Okay, we'll just do that then. Start that up. And oh right, we've got the big flask too. We should be filling that up. Whoops! Try that again. Come on, man, get in there. Oh, I'm putting it in the wrong place. That's why it's not working. Duh. Okay, so fill that all the way up. Oh, you have clean water. Okay, here. Just put this in here. No, empty this. Put that in there. That gives me 80 clean water, but what I want to do is, here, just drink that and then empty whatever's left. Fill that up. And then fill that up. And that'll give us a full flask. Both of these will be completely full of water. And that takes care of our hydration. Okay, so... like I said, we're not in the best of shape on protein. We do have, of course, this stuff. That gives 40 protein. That gives 60. I think we'll just eat this now. And actually, if we eat this now, because we still need about 40% protein, that'll get us all the way back in tip-top condition. And... plus, it'll be 2 less things that we have to take with us when the time comes, which is coming pretty quick. Okay, so I do want to do a couple of things before we leave here. The trader's one, of course. And let's go ahead and put down some spike traps that we can actually use as a ramp. So we'll put one on that side, we'll put one on the other side, but let's build this one, build both of them out first. So we're going to need ropes, logs, and sticks. Let's grab all of those ropes. Let's grab, I think, did they take 2 logs each? I don't remember. Oh, only 1 log. Okay, that works. And then we'll put the rope in, and then we need 4 sticks. Which, you know what, let's just do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, then we'll pick this stuff back up. I'm gonna actually build a third ramp, or spike fence too, so let's actually put that down now. that gives us our rope requirement, 1 stick requirement. So throw that down. Okay, we just need 1 wood log. Okay, so we got that done. However, one of those we are going to upgrade. Let's just stick this in here to a steel, or not steel, iron spike. And that one we're going to take into town with us as part of our weaponry, defensive weaponry. Okay, so to do that, we need to make an upgrade hammer. Yeah, we need to make an upgrade hammer. So let's go here. Nope, here. And an upgrade hammer is 1 iron ingot and 1 stick. After we put that 1 stick away. Okay. I have 5 iron ingots in reserve. We're going to take those with us when we leave, so that way we can immediately build, or very soon, build a new anvil when we get to our destination. But you can see, as you can see, I've also been storing up a lot of fragments. So let's actually do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll cycle this setup here. I've been making a lot of iron in preparation for our move. Okay, and then we'll put 2 there, because I also want to make at least, we need to take at least, at the very minimum, 10 nails with us, so we can make a workbench at the new location, because I'm going to keep all of this stuff here, because we can, make use of it in the future. Okay, so move this, keep these 4, because we're going to need those for the upgrade. And right, we need that to make the hammer. So let's go here, craft. No free weapon slots, right, okay. So I'm not gonna bother making a rack in here, because it's just not that big a deal. So we're gonna drop the stone pick, and it can just stay on the floor for now. Try this again, craft an upgrade hammer, boom. Okay, now let's go grab the upgrade hammer, and we're going to upgrade that to iron spikes, and we're going to take that with us and place it in strategic locations. Now this this upgrade hammer we're also not going to carry with us. We'll put it on the floor. I think it'll stay there. Well, okay, what does it cost to make a rack? Oh, we need tech for that. Yeah, okay, so no, not a high priority. I mean, even this is not that expensive, but I'm pretty sure these things will stay here indefinitely, I think. Not 100% positive, but it seems like it they do. Now, we should also make a repair hammer for that other slot. So to make the repair hammer, we need 1 stick, 1 stone, 1 rope. Okay, 1 stick, 1 stone, and I already have the rope. Go here, here, and craft the repair hammer. That way we can repair the spikes, as roundabout. And we're going to take a stack of iron fragments with us for that purpose. We don't need to take the rope. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to grab you and flip you around this way and put you right there. There's a bad guy right there. There's been a chicken and a pig walking around in the town here. In fact, is that the chicken way over there? Yeah, I don't know. But, because they've been into the town, they haven't been easily accessible to us. I also heard a bear off that way, but fortunately the bear has not come up this way. I've been trying to keep an eye open you know, for that, because we do not want to tangle with the bear, especially with the settings that I've put down, you know, for that. Okay, put you there. Let's put you there. Okay, let's cycle these again, and then we're gonna go to the trader. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. We have 1 tech point. Probably what we're going to spin that on is the butcher table first. I think we want to get an advanced workbench ASAP, but the hard thing about getting an advanced workbench in the early game is copper. And we can't really reliably get copper until we have an extractor, which means we need to learn extractor technology. So it's they've made that a little bit tough. Let's take you and let's make the nails now, just so we have them made, and that we'll take those with us, you know, to make the workbench at our permanent build location. It's funny that our door isn't catching on fire. Let's fill you up, then we'll put you out. And I'm also, you know, the thing is if we make the butcher table, I wonder if we can put the butcher table on here. Okay, so we need the butcher table and we need the loom in order to make the larger backpack, which we really should try to do as soon as possible. The good news is at least as the crow flies, the swamp is not very far away from our permanent location, but we're not going to be able to go, you know, to it as the crow flies. We're going to have to go around to get to it. But even so, it's not that far away. So, you know, we're just going to have to deal with the smaller backpack for the moment, but that's also, you know, a high priority because it's a huge game changer. Okay, so let's go into here and let's grab stuff that we know we can sell now. I'm not going to sell any food items. Well, we don't really need these right now, but we also don't make a lot of money. So we can sell this. The only other thing that I'm aware of that we need this for is like furniture later on, and that is so far down the road that I don't care. Biofuel, I mean, I think we're better off selling that right now. We're better off selling the fish bait right. Oh, right, we can make a bone, whatchamacallit, spear. We should do that. We should do that because it's going to be more durable than this piece of shit. So let's throw that on the floor. And what do we need for a bone spear? I'm glad I remembered to do that. So we need 1 shard, 3 sticks, 5 fibers. So grab that. We'll sell the other 2 shards for now because we can make more of those quite easily later. I think it said 2 sticks, right? We'll go here, 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 and here. 1 shard. Oh, 3 sticks. Yeah. Here, here, here. Boom. Okay, so we just upgraded our spear. That's a beautiful thing. Very, very good that we did that. Okay, so unfortunately we can't sell plant fiber and we can't sell rope. So, feathers, I mean, we're going to be reliant upon our crossbow bolts for quite some time, and hopefully I can recover them. So let's just sell the feathers for now. All of the seeds, easy peasy lemon squeezy. No point in keeping those for now. No point in keeping oil can. We can't sell bark chips. We can sell glass. Right. So basically that's all we have to sell is this stuff, which isn't a lot, but it's something. Again, I'm not going to... well, yeah, let's sell this food because we don't really need it right at the moment, and it is easy to obtain. Okay, let's switch these again before we go to the trader. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I ran out of room. Okay. Put this here. This and this. That and that. This and this. That and that. This and this. That and that. That and that. 2 more of those. Here, let me move this stuff over. Let's flip that there so it's easier to get to things. Grab those 2 things. 2 of those. And we're gonna have to just temporarily put this here so we have room for both of these, and then we'll make 2 more. It's a beautiful thing. So we'll have plenty of iron. We really, like I said, though, we really only need to take 5 ingots with us. What I might end up doing with the rest of the iron is, since we now have a nice little supply of fragments too, is I might end up just making the rest of the nails and bringing a big pile of nails with us. I think that's probably what we'll do. Okay, I think we're ready to go see the trader. I was going to take the cart into town for looting, but, you know, like I said, I think we should not loot anything at all until we get Lucky Raider. So, let's grab you. And look around. Okay, we'll put you there. Jump over the fence. And we'll just leave this. Well, no, actually, here. Let's do this. There. Now we're safe. Hello, trader. Nope. Let's not loot anything until we can get Lucky Raider. So we're gonna have to learn Lucky Raider by, you know, other means besides looting. And again, hunting, which is one of the reasons why we need to get the butcher table as soon as possible, is gonna really be lucrative for us early on. Okay, so let's sell this, that, this, and that. It gets us $72, and we also finished that. And now we probably better keep that medical kit. We may need it. We absolutely might need it. In fact, let's do this. Let's put that there and put that there for a little better arrangement. Let's sell this and this. That gets us another, wait, what? There, another $3.06. So yeah, it gets us up to $79.56. We have to earn $4.50 before we start doing any kind of looting. Yeah, okay, so that's the deal. Now, there's a couple of things that I want to do that we haven't done yet, and that is we have the tutorial. Yeah, that's this. I don't really care about that. This is the lore. This was not available to me in Season 1 because I had started that playthrough before the update came out. When the update came out, I was able to update to it and get the, you know, most of the gameplay stuff, but the lore, you had to start a new game. So this is new to me, and I'm looking forward to going through the lore. So we do have this missing son. After 6 months of silence, I got an email from my son. Coordinates, a few small details, and his childhood nickname. An island, a lighthouse on the southern tip. No other contact, just the email. I have to know what happened. All right, so we know where that lighthouse is just because we discovered it in the last episode, in the last season, but obviously, you know, none of this was working. So we know where that's at, and cool. So we'll pick up lore notes as we go along and, you know, figure out what the lore is behind the story, which is really cool. Now, we also have this jobs journal. So no active trader jobs. So let's talk to you and let's go to jobs. This is brand new. So bring me the following items. Oh my God, that's not going to be something we're doing anytime soon. Shit. Look at the money that we'll get from it, and a tech point. I really like that we have this in the game. However, this is not something we're going to be able to do anytime soon. Like I said, that's cement, especially, is kind of in the game-ish, or at least late mid-game. And 18 copper. Okay, shoot. I was kind of hoping this would be a little more accessible a little earlier on so we could use it, you know, to help us out. Yeah, I wished, I hope. Well, I think I get the idea. I think the dev is doing this because early on we're going to find tech notes, but later on it's going to be harder and harder, so this is just another option to earn more tech points. So I kind of understand where that's coming from, but still, it would have been nice if this would have been more accessible to early game, but it's not. This is solid mid-game, almost arguably late-game stuff here. So, damn, okay, well, if that's the way it works, that's the way it works. We just have to deal. Alrighty then. We could... Why don't we kill these guys and get some loot from them? We might as well. And how about if we just do this? Hey, bitch! Yoo-hoo! Whoa, shit. How did he not... Oh, now he saw me. I was gonna say, what the hell, man? Upsy daisy. Come at me, bro. These guys are so fucking stupid. But, hey, they are going to be a source of resources for us. Way more important in this playthrough than a normal playthrough because of our settings. What do we get? Yeah, we got screws. Okay, we're going to need those. All right, let's see if we can lure another one over. I don't really want to shoot my crossbow bolt just in case, you know, I miss, and then it'd be better to just... Here, let's lure this guy. Oh shit, someone saw me. Run away! And upsy daisy. Come on, bras. Two bras. Don't throw rocks at me. There we go. See, you gotta work smarter, not harder. He says as he turns his back to the enemies that could be sneaking up behind us. Okay. So, oh, I got some biofuel, okay. And, oh, some Kevlar and some money. Nice, okay. Alright. There are... I could kill that deer, but I don't have a butcher table. It'd probably just be a freaking waste. Upsy daisy. Killing a chicken would be worthwhile because we get 2 pieces of white meat. Okay. There should only be one more Bambi in the town. And he's right there. Okay. Oh. Well, I'm not going to shoot now. I was, you know, if I would have missed, the bolt would have gone to the fence, but... Okay. Give me your loot. And we got some plastic. Nice. We need to hang on to that too because that's going to be really important for our ice chest. Oh, is he going to throw a rock at me? What's he going to do? There we go. Okay. All right. So that should be all of the enemies in the town. Not that that really matters a whole lot because we don't want to loot until we have Lucky Raider. So look at those guys up on the road. All right. So let's grab you. We got an iron ingot and some more money. Let's get you repaired. Repair 2 iron frag. Wait, don't I have iron fragments? Oh, I must have put them back. All right, let's grab you and just put you there. Yeah, I think we better keep the Kevlar until we get our armor made. I'm trying to think what I would need this for before we start working with extractors. We would need this for a grinder. And a grinder will help us repair our iron axe. Not that... I mean, the thing that's hard about making an iron axe is not the iron axe itself. It's the fact that we need an advanced workbench. So, from that standpoint, we should probably make the grinder a pretty high priority, but I don't know if we should make it the highest priority. And plus it takes 2 points. What is it? And oh, sorry, wrong thing. What does it take to actually make it? That's the other thing we have to pay attention to. Small stone, planks, iron ingots, mechanical parts. Yeah, see, we don't have any mechanical parts yet. But yeah, we should prioritize this. But I still think probably the butcher table is the very first thing we should do. But there's not really much point in making that until we get to our destination. How many tech points do we need for that? Butcher table is... Okay, good. It's only one. So let's just sit on this, though, in case I have an epiphany and I decide there's actually something even more important. Now, we've got a couple things here. So let's go ahead and load up what we want to take with us, which is that and that. We might as well keep the screws and the biofuel for now. I mean, we could sell the biofuel. The iron ore, it's not really super useful to us at the moment, so I think what we do with that is let's just smelt it. Let's just smelt it down. And we'll grab all of these. Okay, so I want 3, 4, 5. We want 5 whole ingots so that we can make our anvil when we get to our destination. And let's put the fragments in there. These we're going to turn into just a big fucking pile of nails. That's what we're gonna do. So craft maximum. So that gives us a full stack of nails, which is awesome. Oh shit, I forgot to sell this. Okay, we're gonna sell that to the trader. That's not doing us any good right now. And let's leave a couple stacks of fragments here, I guess. And yeah, we'll leave the stone crate there. That'll be easy enough to make when we get to our destination. So put all of those in there. Let's just go ahead and sell the biofuel because it'll be easy enough to make. Put the nails in there. We'll sell these 2 things to the trader on the way out of town. And that still gives us another whole crate to put stuff in if we need to. Well, oh yeah, right. We got to grab our food, don't we? And let's take our rope with us. Maybe... Let's make sure this is a full stack of rope. So, yeah, just go here. It's easier to do this than trying to figure out what we need. Okay, so we need to make 6 more of these. 6 craft. That gives us a full stack. Okay. This stuff we're just going to leave here. There's no point at all in taking any of this with us. So we'll just leave that there. And of course we want all of the food, which I guess fits. Look at that. It's a beautiful thing. Okay. We can remake this. We have the bone spear. This is easy enough to remake. I would rather keep the stone hammer with us so we can repair our spike fence along the way as needed. And let's see, our iron axe is, it's still 76. It's going to last a while, but it's not going to last forever. Now, the thing about this, though, is can we carry this and the cart? We can. Look at that. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, cool. Oh, man, that's awesome. Okay. That is very, very good to know. All right, let's just grab this again. And they probably haven't repopped yet, but just in case. Put that down there. And we want to sell this and this. Make a little more money. And that almost gets us to our first 100. And yeah, like I said, no point killing deer because we'll waste most of it. If there was a chicken around, still, I'd grab that, but there isn't. Okay. Whoop. Try that again. Oopsie daisy. Let's eat this pumpkin. It gets our carbs topped off anyways. Let's do one more fill up, just so we have plenty of water for the road. We'll just do a small canteen since our hydration is pretty close to maxed out. Empty that. We still have over 18 hours on the canned stuff. This is, and none of this stuff doesn't spoil. So again, we're in actually very good shape for food. But chicken's going to be our best option for protein early on until we can start fishing. And now that we have the crossbow, obtaining chicken meat's going to be pretty easy. So we just want to keep an eye out for that. All right, fill you back up. And boom. Why don't we take a really quick nap as well, just so we have full energy before we take off. And there we go. Okay. Guys, I think we're ready to go. So, again, we will keep this outpost here. We will be coming back to this trader many, many, many times throughout this playthrough. And, you know, so we have some supplies here. And also, we have a place to recover in case the worst happens. You know, spawn point until we get our main... you know, our main build going. Oh, they're back already. I wonder if we should try and farm them again. Nah, we better get going. Because, you know, the clock is ticking, right? We're going to have attacks on day 10, the normal attacks, and then the big 20 monster horde is going to happen on day 14. So we got to be ready for that, man. So no more fucking around. Not that we've been fucking around. We've been doing good stuff, good preparation, but we need to go. Okay, so we did see those guys up on the road there. So we'll have to... they may not be there now. It's that guy there. Whoop. Yeah, our stamina's probably going to drain a little more. Pulling all this weight. We're going to also need to be cognizant of the sun too, but there's not a ton we can do about that. It just kind of is what it is. Let's go ahead and kill these guys for the loot. Come at me, bros. Oh, God! That's a bear! That's a bear! Run away! Holy shit! I don't know if I can outrun a bear. I have 3 health. I'm dead. I think I'm dead. Don't run out of stamina until you get to the ambulance. Get up there. And get up here. Oh, we must have bled out. Or no, we infected out. That fucking bear came out of nowhere. Oh my God. Okay, death number 1. Like I said in the first episode, this is not a permadeath series. Otherwise, it'd all be over but the crying. And boy, there'd be some crying too. Son of a bitch. Oh, wow, man. Yeah. And now we're down to 99 health. It's going to be a long time. Oh, God! Oh, shit! Shit, 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 shit! Come here. No, here. Over here. The adrenaline is just cranking right now. I was not expecting that. Come over here, asshole. Oh, shit. Okay. The excitement is too much for my heart. Alright, we got 4 bolts out of the deal. That's is slightly damaged now, but oh well. Okay, now, is that bear still around? That's the question. We actually got away from him, but it's the infection that killed us. Yeah, that motherfucker came out of nowhere. No warning. Zilch. Oh! Is run! What's going on? Did he see me, or is he just doing his normal roaring? Alright, it's time to leave, ladies and gentlemen. Let's GTFO, like, now. Holy shit. That was some bad luck, man. Alright. Never a dull moment, right? Let's repair you. And do that. I'm going to put the rope in here because we don't need to carry the rope with us. So we're down to 69 health. Okay, we have a couple of options. We could take the medical kit, you know, which would be somewhat wasteful, but it would top us off. We could eat a beef stew, which will get our food and water and all that right back up and give us health. And we have 5 of these. I think this is our move. Does this give us any health? It doesn't. It gives us max health, but that's different. Okay, I think we better eat one of these guys. I think we got the most bang for our buck by doing that. Because we got both the healing and the food. Oh, shit, man. My heart's still racing. Okay. Fucking bear. Let's go. Like I said, never a dull moment. Let's get up to the top of the hill here, and then we'll take a look-see at the map. You know what we need to do whilst we're here is we need to grab some aloe. Alright, so put that down. Let's grab ourselves a stack or 3 of aloe vera. I think, do they stack in 5 or 10? I guess we'll find out here in a moment. Okay, we got 8. Oops. Kind of funny, in Season 1, I only actually had to make bandages early on. And then, you know, we ended up loading so many that I never had to make them again. And for that matter, I don't even know if I made any health kits either for the same reason. Okay, 16, that's good. 19, that should give us 20. Okay. 21, oh my god, okay. Let's keep going until we get a full stack of it. Okay, so 25 is the magic number. Let's not take any more than that. We need to stay lean. And, you know, that'll give us enough to make bandages later, as the need may arise, and probably will. Okay, breathe deep. I'm still shooken up from that. That was so unexpected, man. Oh my god. That's what makes things fun, though. Okay, let's take a look at the map here. So we need to go up here. This is our base location. So I think we go to this road, go along this road, go along this road. This is where our base was in Season 1, for those of you who didn't watch it. But when we get to this point, then we'll veer off and just follow along the cliff. Yep, that's the plan. Okay. Let's do this. We can actually cut across this way. Just keep your eyes peeled for nasties. Nasty vambies and nasty animals. They should have put the scorpions in the desert instead of in the caves, you know? I mean, I'm sure scorpions do live in caves in different places in the world, but I just don't like the way they implement them. There's too many of them, and there's too high of a chance of them to spawn right behind you, which is just bullshit. So that's why I turned them off. They don't really hurt you very much. They can infect you, though. That's kind of the bad thing about them. We could stop and grab veggies, but I don't think I will unless it's like a watermelon, because that'll also give us a lot of hydration. Let's just get moving here. All right. I have some good news and I have some bad news. Bad news is I had to pause the game for a moment, and when I did that, my spikes disappeared, like just went poof, which really sucks. Or really sucks. Good news is there's chicken. Oh man, bummer. So that was an expensive thing to lose. Fuck. This doesn't last any longer in here, does it? Nope. Okay, so we might as well keep that with us. Well, god damn it. That's bullshit. It just like I pressed the escape key to pause the game for a moment because I had to do something, and it just went poof. All right, let's at least have a wood spike trap. I mean, I have enough fragments to make another spike trap. What a waste, though. Well, you know what, though? I don't have the upgrade hammers. Yeah, so that answers that question. Okay, well, we'll at least carry a wooden one when this is better than nothing, right? We're going to need 1 rope, 4 sticks, and 1 log. Here, let's put this away. 1 stick. Let's grab this. Two sticks. Can I put logs in here when there's thingies on it? Oh, I can. Look at that. Oh, cool. Okay. And we just need 2 more sticks. I was going to take those logs apart, but now that I see we can carry them with us, maybe we ought to... Maybe we can get sticks from this. Maybe we ought to take a full load of logs with us, too. There's no reason not to that I can think of. Grab 2 more of those. Okay. Oh, okay, that's all we can take. Fair enough. And I guess we don't need that. Okay, let's go. Alright, let's look at a map. Here, set that down first so I don't fuck something up. There's a boar, but yeah, we're not going to do anything with the boar. Oh, we need to go down the road a little ways further before we cut off and then follow along the edge of the thing there. Alright, let's do it. Okay. This is our place to get off. I'm really excited to build here. This is going to be a neat area. It's a little remote, but that's okay. We can deal with that. I would have preferred that it was at least closer to a cave. I can open the map. Okay, so it looks like there's a pass going in through there. Not that we need to do anything with that at the moment, but okay. When I scouted this place out in Season 1, it appeared to me, I didn't look really closely, but it appeared to me like there was only one way into that valley. But maybe there is another way out. We'll investigate that when we get there. The good thing is, you know, in order to get to the road, this is all... There's lots of room, you know, to drive the truck through here later, so that's good. It was kind of fun building a road through the woods in the last season, but it was also a hell of a lot of work too, so if we don't need to, then it's just, you know, saves us resources and all that kind of stuff. Still can't believe that fucking bear came out of nowhere, man. Oh, Jesus. That was scary. We would have survived that if we hadn't gotten infected, you know, but the infection was what killed us. Look how high those mountains are. That is so cool. Okay, let's stop here for a second and look at the map. Okay, we don't have too much further to go, just around this corner here. Well, I guess there's 3 passages into the valley. But, you know, we're not going to block these passages off because that's not going to do us any... Oh, God damn it! It disappeared again by pressing escape! Oh, you know what? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. These spikes aren't disappearing. They're going back to where I picked them up last. Okay. Well, I'm not running all the way back there right now. Fuck that. But at least... Well, okay, I'll tell you what we'll do. Now that we know that our original iron-spiked or iron-tipped spikes are still all the way back at the trader town, we'll just leave them in that town and use them when we go into that town. And then the wooden ones, you know, not a big deal. Okay, why don't we stop here? So, yeah, it just occurred to me that the game is doing exactly what it's supposed to. I'm the one that's being a numbskull. Of course, what else is new, right? Oh my god. That's kind of embarrassing, but you know what? Fuck it. Who cares? We're having fun. We can't take ourselves too seriously. Okay. Yeah, I'm really stoked that we have a nice open area to, you know, to be able to drive the truck in later. That's going to be really helpful. Hey, chicken. Okay. Okay, we got 4 pieces of meat now. All right, here we go, guys. Welcome to our new home. So I'm gonna actually... Well, here, let's go over here first. Just so you guys can kind of see the view. I'm watching out for bears, though. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? We have 2 lakes. We got an upper lake, a lower lake. We got running water for our water mill. And, yeah, it's really cool. It's beautiful. Okay, so let's go... I have a general idea of what I want to do with the build. And then, you know, we'll kind of start working based upon that general idea. And we'll make it up as we go, because that's how we do. Look at these high mountains, too. Ooh, I wonder if we could... What if we could build up there? That would give us some serious defenses. That's not what I had in mind, though. What I have in mind... Okay, let's set you down. What I have in mind is building out over the water in this area here and building a tower, and the top of the tower will be like our bedroom, living room, and we'll decorate it with nice furniture with a gorgeous view of the waterfall. And speaking of gorgeous views of the waterfall, let's get ourselves a screenshot for this episode. Pig over there, but we're not messing with him right now. Look at that. Okay, so F8, remove that. Okay. We got this big lake too. So pretty. I love this area, man. What was I going to say? I was going to say something. I can't remember what it was now. So yeah, that's the general plan. Now, What we might be able to do for defenses is we could build a stairwell up there. I mean, you know what we ought to maybe consider doing is getting up there first before we commit to anything. Because we might be able to build the entire base up there. I thought, oh, another chicken. I thought it would be, excuse me, be really cool to kind of build out over the water, and it would, but, you know, we have 20 Vambi hordes now, so we need to also be thinking about defenses. Is that the chicken? Where's that chicken? Yeah, there it is. Ah, fuck, I missed. Got him. Thank goodness the game shows us where our bolts go. Alright, we're gonna eat pretty good tonight, guys. We're gonna have chicken because it tastes like chicken. Alright, well, let's see here. We need to set up a starting location. I'm really starting to think I want to go get up on that cliff, though, just to see... Well, here's the other thing, though. That's such a large area that the game could just spawn the Vambies up there, huh? In which case, we don't gain anything at all, except for maybe a really kick-ass view. Alright, let me look at something here. So if we go to the build menu... We just need logs and planks for foundations, and... No, we're not going to build ladders. Oh, okay, a wooden stairs. Oh, well, this is new. I don't remember this being in the other game. How big is that? It's sizable. Alright, here's what's in my head right now. Why don't we... Let's make a starting hut. And, you know, because we need something to get started with, right? And we'll keep it small. But I think what I want to do is I want to see if we can get up there. Now, the thing is we could get up there and then find that the terrain is jank, possibly even missing textures, or it might be a nice flat hard surface to build on. Boy, this area would be, in terms of just its, the area itself and being flat and all that, would be a good place to build too. But it's not as picturesque as the original place. But I think we will actually build here for our starter base, just, kind of our temporary base of operations while we're doing the thing. The only downside to being all the way over there is if I do decide to build back over here with our original plan, we are really far away. Is it possible to get up there and be able to walk along this way? Don't know. The other thing too is we're going to mark most of the big trees around here so Mike doesn't cut them down. I don't care if he cuts down the saplings, right? But the big trees, yeah, we want to keep those around because they're part of the beauty of this place. So I'm just trying to decide where we should do our starter base. We could do it over here because it needs to be really super defensible. I'm just kind of looking around here. Okay. We could we could build back here and put a you know, a nice like double, maybe even triple perimeter of spikes around. The only bad thing about that is we need to have water. Well, we could put a water thing right here, and I think it would catch the rain. I know we're close to water, but you want to be like right smack dab next to a water source in the early game, because otherwise it's just a huge pain in the ass. And to that end, let's go ahead and actually put the ghost down anyway, right there. And, you know, we'll see what happens when it rains. If we need to move it a little bit, we will. Okay, so yeah, I think that's the starting plan here. Let's grab you. And if we stay far enough back, we should be able to cut all of these trees down and they will come back. As long as we're not, you know, too close to them. I know respawning trees is not realistic. This is supposed to be a realistic playthrough, but there's more factors involved than just that with the trees. In other words, if we have an accident and the trees get knocked down, I want them to come back, right? So that's really kind of the rationale there. All right, so let's go ahead and get this party started. We could even potentially, we don't necessarily even have to have a ceiling if we're all the way back here. Let's do a campfire. Campfire needs to be under cover, so I'm guessing it would probably work okay there. We won't really know for sure until it starts to rain. Okay. And then what we'll do is we will start laying some foundations down, and this is really nice and level, so we should be able to go down. What do I have to do? Press X, yeah. Probably can just do this. Go all the way down there. And let's kind of have the base lined up with the tree line there, just because. And what we'll do then is we'll place the first one here. And then I think we'll go like this. I don't know if it's going to let me put walls in there or not. Since we're going to probably be living in here for a little while, I'll tell you what, let's make it a 2x3. Yeah, let's make it a 2x3. I don't want to put a whole lot of effort into this because this is very temporary, right? But it does need to be adequate though. This is, I'm not going to enclose this. This will be like a little porch here. At least that's the plan at the moment. Okay. All right, guys, so I'm going to cut the camera here. I already showed you in the first episode me doing the real basic build at the trader. This is just going to be a repeat of the same thing. So I'm going to get the whole entire box built out. And when that is finished, then I will bring you back and we will proceed from there. Okay, so see you guys in a bit. All right, guys, I am back. Whew, that was quite a grind. But we are basically back in about the same situation as we were at our first base at the trader. So let's see, we got a bed, we got all the forges set up, which I actually need to start. I put a little more storage in. We have the workbench, we have the anvil, the water thingy, the fire, all of this kind of stuff. This little bastard came up and bit me in the ass unprovoked, so he's going to be our dinner. And yeah, got a couple, you know, just little storage things going on here, and we are ready to proceed. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put down a food prep table here. So we have it, and I'm going to try to and hang on to melons. I mean, I know they'll spoil, but melons, eggs, mushrooms, which we got to go get some at a cave, and then chicken meat, because that will then allow us to make small rations early on. We can also make fruit salads and veggie salads with this table too, so that's going to be good to have. I also want to. I'm pretty sure we're going to do the butcher table for two reasons. One, we'll get more meat, but also we'll get hide, which is going to be one of our main things we're going to sell. So let's go ahead and spend our technology point on butcher technology. I think. I mean, let me just consider this one last time. We want the loom pretty soon too, but I think the butcher table is going to be more important than the loom. Lamp, stove, oil, extractor, chemistry, advanced. Yeah, we want advanced workbench, and that's 2 points. But again, getting copper is going to be the thing for this, and in order for us to get copper, we really need extractor technology. Fortunately, that's only 1 point. Oh my god. Okay, hold on a second. If we go here, and we go here, and we go here, the extractor's actually not that expensive to build. If we did this first, we could get the advanced workbench going soonish, and then that's going to open up the ability to make, iron pick, iron axe, all kinds of stuff, crossbow bolts, and higher level stuff that we're going to need to do. Boy, that is so tempting. I assumed that this would, be a little higher level, take more points, but it doesn't. Boy, I don't know what to do. I think though that, remember, we're not really going to do any serious looting or any looting at all until we get Lucky Raider. In order to get Lucky Raider, we need to raise another 350 and then some coin. And I still think our best bet for doing that in the very early game is to sell hide and animal products, which means we need the butcher table. So we're going to do the butcher table first. But I think extractor technology will probably be the second thing that we will get. So that seems to be the way forward. All right, so let's learn that. And now we can make ourselves a butcher table. Let's place the butcher table. Where do we want to place the butcher table? I'm keeping things very, very compact because we're going to surround this building with spikes, probably a couple layers of spikes. So I guess we could put it in here. In that case, though, we might want to move this. Maybe we'll move this back here for now. As I've mentioned many times before, one of the things I really love about this game is how easy it is, to move stuff around. We don't want the butcher table way back there because, when we're carrying something heavy, we want to be able to get to it really quick. We might even... I think we want it to go this way, actually. We might even put it here and we can move the board storage somewhere else. All right, here, let's just set that down. What does this need, by the way? 10 iron ingots. All right, let's get going on that. I've got these all stocked and ready to go. I got 2 thingies of stone. If you're wondering how I stacked this top one, I just put this bin underneath here, put this one up, and then pulled that bin back out and put the one underneath it. So it's pretty easy to do. Yeah, let's get all of this going here. Once we get to the loom, another money maker for us, it's not going to be huge money, but it's going to be something, is making cloth. So I want to hang, because we get so much plant fiber. So I want to be hanging on to bark because we need that as well. Okay, we'll put these sticks here. Okay, so we got that going. A couple more stones there, and I think I have some stone in here. Yeah, okay. I mean, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nah, I want to save those for spikes though. So what do we need? 10 ingots? Yeah, okay. So we'll grind those out. While we're waiting for that, what does this need? This needs 2 logs, 10 planks, and 10 nails. All right, let's grab, split that in half. Here's the nails. 1, 2 logs, and 10, wait, how many planks? 10 planks, yeah. So let's just pull those off of here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so now we have the food prep table. That is in place. We might take a quick trip up to this cave just so we could get mushrooms, and we can also get some coal, and we could get a little bit of iron and lead too. So yeah, we're going to do that very soon. Maybe not in this episode, but perhaps in the next episode. Oh, we need to make a chair. Yes, indeed we do. For healing purposes. So that's kitchen, bathroom, living room, dining room. Yeah, dining room. Wood chair. Okay, so just put it right there. What do you need? You need 8 nails. That uses up almost all of our nails, but we can make more. And then 4 planks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, the reason I'm damaged is because of that fox. I was actually holding, carrying logs on my shoulder, and he started attacking me, and I couldn't attack him. I was trying to pull my spear out, and it wouldn't let me do it because I had logs on my shoulder, so I had to throw the logs out. So by the time, I was done with all that, he had banged us up a little bit, but fortunately we didn't get infected from him. That's really the only dangerous thing that's happened since I left you guys before. All right, so we're fully healed up. That takes care of that. And we're ready to do the thing here. Let's grab all of these and do that. It won't take too long for us to grind up 10 ingots here. I thought about possibly the brick forge too, but that is 2 points, I think, and a little bit, oh no, wait, no, I want to put these here. A little bit out of our reach at the moment. If we look at that, forge technology, oh, I guess that's only 1.2, which is good. But I mean, these are kind of tedious, but they do work. They're functional, and they'll get us by for now. So we'll get the forge stuff later. Was there one other thing I was gonna build with you guys? Well, we gotta start doing the spikes, but I'll do that off camera. We got all that stuff there. Oh, drying rack. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. We can't do the loom yet. So others, and oh shit, we need a tech point for that too. God damn it. All right. Well, I had actually quite a few chickens show up over the course of the last hour and a half in real time. So I've been fine on meat. I did end up eating the 2 the stew thingies that were in here. I think I did, or did I let them spoil? I don't remember now. I think I did eat them, yeah. And but we're fine on food, of course. That is not going to be a problem at all. Okay, grab that, and I think that's it for all that stone. Okay, so let's just start grabbing some of the bottom one. I can pull the bottom one out, take it out. I don't want to pull this one out because then it'll be more of a pain in the butt to put it back in place later. So that one kind of just stays in the base the whole time. The other one is the one we take out when we need to go get more stone. Okay, and then put those 2 there, and then That'll get us 4 ingots. Here's a pig. We gotta be careful though, because we made pigs a lot stronger than they normally are. So the question here is, can I still one-shot him if I hit him in the head? Guess there's only one way to find out. Yes, we can. Okay. Whew. I was a little nervous there. That's gonna give us some good meat and stuff. So yeah, again, hunting seems like the most logical way for us to make money. Oh shit, the fox just disappeared. Oh rats. Okay. Well, we'll keep the pig inside of the cart. That'll preserve him until we're ready to butcher him. Something. Oh right. Yeah. Let's figure out a new spot for these. So maybe we could move the sticks. Yeah, let's put the sticks there. Because I like the idea of having the butcher table outside here. Since it is kind of messy, you know. Put you there. You there. And then we'll just delete you and put you right there, and that's where you will live. All right, so I don't think there's really anything else for me to do at the moment until I get my 10 ingots made. So I'm gonna cut the camera. I'll bring you back when we have 10 ingots. All right, guys, we have 10 iron ingots. And boom, we have ourselves a butcher table. Okay, let's do our first butchering job here. And look at all of that meat. Oh my god, we need a drying rack. But for now, yeah, there's no way I'm gonna be able to keep this liver before we get an ice chest made, because we're not even going to be looting. So for now, we're just going to cook stuff and eat it as we get it. I am, again, doing this more for the purpose of getting the hide and the bone for selling than even for the food. Though, of course, we're doing it for the food, too. Indeed, we are. I got a couple of melons in here. I don't have any eggs yet, and yeah, see, that's the other thing. We're not really going to get eggs until we start looting either. Not likely. So yeah, it's probably going to be a while before we can start making our own rations, but you know, that's okay. Okay, let's put you down here, and the bones are worth a hell of a lot more as shards. So we will be turning those into shards. I know we can also use them to make like a skull light, but that's just not a high priority right now. And actually, we want this to go in here. We could even sell animal fat. I know we need some of it, so maybe what we'll do is we'll save up one full stack of this, because we need it to make lard, or yeah, right, lard or tallow. No, we need to make it tallow, but that's more for medical reasons. So once we get a full stack of this, because this doesn't spoil, then we'll also start selling. Here, let's pick these off of here first. You know, we'll start selling that too. So basically, we are a hunter, and we make our living by selling animal products, at least for now. That is the plan. All right, ladies and gents, I think we're going to wrap up this episode here. So basically, just so you know, what I'm going to do is I'm going to surround our little hut here with spikes. So we'll start with that. I might need to move those out a little more. Yeah, I'll end up doing that. But and the other thing too is we don't need these to be overlapping they can have a little bit of a gap. But the idea is we're going to do something like this. Is that lined up with the house? I think so. Go around this way. Like this. Maybe start curving this one around here. This one around here. And then line this one up with, yeah, and that one up with the base. And I am, you know, because of how dangerous our, oh God, we were glitched into the thing there. Our hordes are, what I think I'm actually going to do is we're going to have 2 layers of spikes. The inner layer I'm going to upgrade to iron. The outer layer will just be wood for now. Maybe those also eventually will be iron. And this spike here we'll just pick up and set aside so we can get in and out. And when we get the warning, you know, that the attack's coming, then we just set this in place. I could try a gate. I don't, well, shit, no, I can't, because that requires copper ingots too. So yeah, that's just gonna have to be our MO for now. We might think about doing fencing too. Effective against AI. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. But for now, I think you know, we'll just do a couple layers of spikes with one of them being upgraded to iron, and we'll just see how that goes. If we get overrun and just get our ass handed to us on the first horde night, then we'll know, okay, we need to do a little bit better than that. And now that I think of it, we might even want to have a fallback place. Well, one of our next objectives is to get up on top of there and check that out. But I just needed, you know, I needed to have a basic base of operations first, which is what, you know, which we now have. I also, in the next episode, want to go to the nearby cave and I might end up too making another cart or 3 for the sole purpose of storing animals. Because there's another pig over there that we could go get. So anyway, but what I'm going to do off camera is I'm going to get all of these spikes upgraded, get a couple layers of them going, and try and get as many upgraded to iron spikes as possible so that we're ready for the horde night. It is day 6, so we don't get our first attack till day 10. Of course, the day 10 attack's not going to be a big deal. It's just going to be a normal attack. It's the day 14 attack that's going to be not so good, but I'd still feel better if I knew I was prepared for it before we get too serious about doing anything else. But what I do want to do is I want to go to this cave, since that's the closest cave to us. And our first trip there will really just be to get coal, mushrooms, some iron and lead. And we'll just load up the cart with that. But eventually, of course, we'll set up extractors. So we're going to do that, and we're going to build ourselves some kind of a ramp, stair, whatever system to get up on that plateau so we can assess whether or not that's an actual potential place for us to have a base. And if that doesn't pan out, then plan B will be to go back to plan A. Don't ask me how that works. And we're going to build out over this water here with and make a really nice lake, you know, lake build with a tower that has a view at the waterfall. That is the plan. Okay, so with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, share the video, and we'll catch you all in the next episode. Bye-bye.